Today is April 24th, 2017, 12:20. This is Rebecca Isaac here reporting with the South Florida Sun, and I'm here with Mohammad A. Malik, a representative from the Muslim community here in St. Lucie County. Mr. Malik is here to address the statements that were made by Mr. Dominic DeGiorgio and Martin Lorenzo in regards to if the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce is relocating to Gatlin Boulevard, and also other statements they have made about the Islamic Center and the Muslim community here. So, Mr. Malik, how are you doing today?
Well.
Alright, so our first question for you, Mr. Malik. Is the Islamic Center of the Treasure Coast relocating to an existing building on Gatlin Boulevard in Port St. Lucie, Florida?
Rebecca, I would first like to start by saying that at a time where the terms fake news and alternative facts are being thrown out, I can't tell you what is more a definition of that than this. The fact is that there is no current location for the Islamic Center of the Treasure Coast. The Islamic Center of the Treasure Coast is a new organization that is trying to build or open a new mosque in the Gatlin area.
Thank you. The people who make up the Islamic Center of the Treasure Coast, are they affiliated with the people from the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce? Can you tell us a little bit about them? Now, I did notice that they are a Muslim group who make up the area of Port St. Lucie and Stewart.
The Islamic Center of Fort Pierce is the oldest Islamic center in the area. Obviously, there are people that have gone there and still do go there at the current time. The situation is that the highest concentration of Muslims in the area is actually in the Gatlin area of Port St. Lucie. And these people are trying to open a mosque that is close to their house, just as anybody would want a church close to their house and not have to go too far away. We pray 5 times a day, and it's preferable for us to pray at the mosque, and they are trying to open a location close to where they live.
As we know, you saw the interviews I had with Mr. DeGiorgio and Mr. Lorenzo. What are your thoughts on what they said in regards to the Islamic Center, where that's where you currently worship? They made statements saying that terrorists have come from there. And also, now you've clarified to us that it is not the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce that will be relocating. But how did you feel when Mr. Lorenzo created a petition to send to the St. Lucie County Commission to not issue guys any permits if you guys were to go to the Port St. Lucie area?
First thing is that the place that's being sold is a place of worship. It's zoned as a place of worship. And they have the right to sell their property to anyone else who wants to come in and use it as a place of worship. Mr. Lorenzo and Mr. DeGiorgio are welcome to do, as American citizens to petition, but I don't foresee, any violation here of the zoning code for the Muslim community to not be able to open an Islamic center there. As far as their answer to some of the questions, which was really baffling, and this is again where I think alternative facts are being put into play. One of them said there were 4 terrorists that came out of the location, and the other person said 3. They contradicted themselves a lot in their own interviews. The fact is, yes, Omar Mateen attended the mosque, and Mohammad A attended the mosque. There was 2 people that have been in the media. It's been investigated by the FBI. They did attend the mosque. As far as somebody that was involved with the Boston bombing or 9/11, that is totally untrue. And even with Munir Abu Salah and Omar Mateen, a lot of people have even forgotten. They can go and Google this. I actually went to the FBI almost 3 years ago about Omar Mateen. So it's not like we weren't proactive and did not let the FBI know. We did let them know that this is somebody of concern. Munir Abu Salah was totally off the track. He was actually... Munir Abu Salah was actually somebody that was off the grid for a year. He was overseas for a year. He hadn't even attended the Islamic Center for a year when he went and did what he did. I understand people's concern, but this is something that we do not teach at this Islamic Center of Fort Pierce. We do not teach hatred. We do not teach any violence. We welcome you guys to come attend. In fact, there are several college students that come every week because of the course that's taught of comparative religion. The professors require the students to attend different religious services. We have college students that come every week. you are more than welcome to come to our services, 1:30 on Fridays. And particularly at the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce, you can come 9 p.m. any night. We have a prayer there and a small talk. You're welcome to come by there anytime. Nobody's going to harass you. Nobody's going to bother you. Come and learn. Come and see what we talk about. We don't talk about violence and hatred.
Okay. That is very good to hear from that, Mr. Malik, because even I have asked that question, and many have wondered, can people actually go into the mosque and sit down and learn about your culture and your religion? So that would be good for those who have wondering minds about what really takes place inside of the mosque, instead of us wondering and everything or making certain assumptions. Now, there is the city council meeting that's going to be held tonight at the Port St. Lucie City Hall, and you will not be attending that meeting.
No, I will not be. Mr. DeGiorgio and Lorenzo have the right to petition and right to protest. That's the great part of this country. But I don't foresee anything worth protesting against. So, again, I think this is just alternative fact and fake news.
Okay, well, the sun will be there. We will be covering it now that we know that it is not the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce. So, therefore, we will see what the city council has to say about this. But